Yeah, people hit me up, be like, yeah, my mama like, what y'all know about that? Or sometimes they'll call me, they'll be like, yeah, man, tell my mama you made it. I'm like, no, I did not make that song. I'm not trying to take credit for like making nobody's song. Like.
Tell me a little bit about LSU. I know you was talking about how, your school getting behind you and whatnot. Tell me about a big moment over there that you did something for LSU and you just had everybody rallying behind you, whether it was for school pride or something of that nature.
It was really until recently. Well, I really just started doing videos like with these dudes named Kel and John. Like they had hit me up because the school, hit them up and was like, oh, we want y'all to do something. And like, I wouldn't say I was hating. I was like, man, why didn't they hit me up? I'd go here. So like it was just crazy. Like they reached out to somebody that didn't even go there. Like I'm like right under your nose, basically. So they hit me up and they was like, come do this video with us in the stadium. So we did that. That ad went viral, or whatever.
Yeah.
So probably like a month later, that's when I did the Get The Gat thing.
Yeah.
I didn't even start the challenge though. Like I just was like, man, let's do it to this song. Cause like I'm real big on like the 90s, like that's, I already listened to that over any new whatever artist, whatever, like I listen to that till this day. So we was in the locker room and it just went crazy. Like we recorded it just went crazy when we posted it.
So you said it didn't start with that song, so what song it started with?
It started with that one. Like okay. At first I was thinking like, what song could we do? Like we started playing different songs in the locker room and I'm like, I feel like this one they hit harder because like of what he's saying in the song. So I'm like, yeah, let's go with this one.
Man, so that Get The Gat challenge has been blowing up. I want you to tell me a little bit about that, but before we get into that, tell me about a lot of the people. I saw you tweeted, you said, tell y'all mamas in there to chill out.
Yeah, people hit me up, be like, yeah, my mama like, what y'all know about that? Or sometimes they'll call me, they'll be like, yeah, man, tell my mama you made it. I'm like, no, I did not make that song. I'm not trying to take credit for like making nobody's song. Like,
so I saw on Twitter, some people think that's you rapping though.
Yeah, everybody literally like, man, I thought that was you. Like, you sound just like dude. I'm like, nah, bro, that ain't me. Like, I'm even going the extra mile. Like, they ask me what the name of the song is. I'm putting his name, and then I'm putting the name of it. Like, that's not me.
So it's crazy how a challenge could take an old song and like bring it back to the limelight. Tell me a little bit about how does it feel to have, knowing that you have that type of influence, to where you could take something that's so classic, nobody outside of New Orleans heard of, and make it something that's like a national sensation.
I mean, like you said, like it's crazy. Like I can't even explain it because, like from the outside looking in, you'll probably think like, people getting behind them with it, but like from my outlook, it's like. People kind of like think I'm trying to take credit for it, like for the song and shit. So I'm like, nah, I just started the challenge. Like, of course, like people ain't hear about this from outside New Orleans, like you said.
Right.
And like I feel like people should be thankful for that, cause it ain't like I'm sitting there taking credit for it. I'm actually putting on for us. You feel what I'm saying? So like that should make you want to get behind me.
Going forward, what's your plans for 2020, man? I know a lot of people been having a spotlight on you now, so I know they looking for what's next. Get a little bit into what you got planned for this year, man.
2020. A lot of like big athletes, like they starting to follow me, like they starting to get on the wave. So I feel like something gonna happen with that. Like I've been trying to do like a lot of things with sports teams and stuff, cause like sports, that was my first love. Like I didn't even. I thought of doing comedy, like that was something random. I said out my mouth, and just so happened years later I'm doing comedy. But like sports, that was like my first thing I ever wanted to do. So I always want to keep that somewhat tied into what I'm doing. So I really been trying to reach out to all the sports teams and like go do stuff in their locker room, just do a bunch of stuff like that. So I feel like that's gonna be something for me I could do in 2020.
Tell me a little bit about your brand collaborations. I know that you real big on branding. You be with the World and Vision. I remember you used to wear a lot of the Element stuff. Talk a little bit about that if you don't mind.
I feel like that's important. Like if you have a platform, like y'all should all support each other. Like I'm always wearing Loyalty Club, always wearing World and Vision, Element. Like all these people that I'm wearing, like I'm wearing this stuff. Like I just got cool with them like 2-3 years ago. Like this ain't no long relationship. So like I feel like that should let y'all know like you don't have to support somebody just because like you've been with it from back in the day. Like you meet people that genuine. They'll give out the same energy. I feel like you should support them.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what that's all about.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about New Orleans. Where do you think the state of New Orleans is going? I know back in the day we had a bit of a reputation for, trying to tear people down, but a lot of people have been saying that energy is kind of turning around. So what's your comments on that?
I feel like when they want to, like they be supportive. Cause let's say like Megan Thee Stallion or somebody use like a New Orleans beat or something like that. They'll say, oh, why she use that? Why they taking our stuff? But then be like, why we don't get no attention or why nobody not listening to this and that? Like this is national artists using the New Orleans bounce beat. They don't know where that came from. But like, they complain and stuff like, man, why they using this? Why they using that? Y'all should be happy they using that. Like Drake, for example, you feel what I'm saying? So I feel like we should like take that like as, a compliment. Like they like our style, they like our music. And then like they saying they made bounce music. Like everybody know where that come from.
Right.
So I feel like we should,
Right. Yeah, and I think it's also a lack of infrastructure in New Orleans because we don't know how to create the infrastructure to benefit off of our own art. Right. A lot of people use that as an opportunity to come in and, get money off of it.
Right, like if we not using it, then how we gonna get mad at somebody else using it?